The debate. Moses, are you awake? I am now. When we get out of here, are you going to take your family to Zion? I don't think so. In my opinion, France is the safest place for us. And being rounded up and forced to work in this godforsaken camp, how can you sit there and pretend that France is safe haven for Jews? I don't want to debate with you right now, Jacob. I'm not looking for a debate. I'm looking for comfort. I want to know that my friend and his family are going to be safe. France has welcomed Jews since Napoleon. Napoleon despised us. So you do want to debate? There's no debate about it. Everything he did was for political gain. He gave us equality when other nations seek to oppress us. He cares about Jews, and France does. Calling us the most debatable of mankind isn't caring, and neither is shipping us off to camps, for that matter. This is just war, Jacob. We are young. We will learn. It's not just war, Moses. Look at Dreyfus. He was loyal to France from the very beginning, and then he blamed crimes he didn't commit and thrown us on some island to rot for 5 years, all because being a Jew is an easy target. You don't get away with something like that unless you're some deep-seated anti-Semitism, and I can't read that to save me life. But then what did he do? Once he was pardoned, he re-enlisted and fought for the country when we needed him most. The great nation founded the principles. I didn't finish that. Freedom and equality. The fact that we're here while they're out speaks volumes. Right, my reading is getting absolutely worse. Bernard and the Nazis. What do you think you're doing? Same thing I do every day. Sip until cafe until lunch, then have myself a sausagian. Now let me ask you the same question. What are you doing here? You think you're funny? How about you leave the cafe because we don't want you here? How about you leave the country because the French people don't want you here? It's hard to believe people like you are taking over this world. I have very little interest in such things. My only concern right now is indulging in a warm coffee. Now, if you'll excuse me. They're right, you know. It's all here in these books. Your kind is pursuing world domination. What exactly do you mean by your kind? I mean a Jew, of course. Right there on your shirt. See, that's where you're wrong. It's all a misunderstanding. I am a Christian. Even without a yellow star, I know a Jew when I see one. Well, I think you need to get your eyes checked. You can ask anyone. I'm as French as they come. I wouldn't come here to enjoy cessation every day if I was Jewish now, would I? So absurd. You can't believe everything he says. The Jew tries to trick us. Thanks to this book, he will soon be exposed. If you actually believe this propaganda, then you're more gullible than this Pollock. Lucky for you, I seem to have lost my appetite. Give you a few seconds to read all this after it loads. Masoud from Algeria. Who could that be at this hour? Bernard, is everything okay? Any word from Moses? Unfortunately not, but I was hoping that I could have a chat. Of course, please come in. It's so late, little Samuel's already gone to bed. Is there something wrong? I'm not sure. You see, most of my life I've practiced Judaism because I knew it would make my dear mother happy, but since she passed away, I have no reason to return. Yes, I heard from Moses. He was tremendously opposed at first, but he came around to the idea. I'm so sorry to hear that she wasn't the one. It's not even that. When I converted, I felt so free and safe. Not only could I eat secession without guilt, but I felt like I'd be free and clear of all this persecution. I was no longer sitting at home worried the police would barge in and arrest me. But now I feel the same, if not worse. She left me, my best friend has been taken away, everyone has treated me as if I was Jewish, saying awful things, jeering in my direction, and worst of all... What is it, Bernard? I am banned from the cafe. Mate, get your priorities in line. I feel like being banned from the cafe isn't necessarily the worst part, but I'm sorry you feel like the world is being turned upside down. Forgive me, Bloomer. I am self-centered and such an imbecile, crying over my own problems when I came to alleviate some of yours. I brought you some of my ration cards, and you could probably gather I haven't had much of an appetite later. Oh, Bernard, I really can't. Absurd, I insist, and in any case, I want to make sure that you're growing that boy of yours is eating. Listen to me, Bloomer. You're such a strong woman, a loyal wife, an amazing mother. You remind me of my own. Kind and so resilient to the very end. I was so lost about her, which is why I moved to France after she passed. But I thought you were. French? I am, but I was given French citizenship when I was living in Algeria. After witnessing the horrors that took place during the Constantine riots, Algeria never felt safe to me, but I still stayed, knowing what leaving home would do to my mother. I sat Shiva and packed my bags, changed my name from Mizawad to Bernard, and embraced a beautiful country as my own. I just never knew the beautiful country would turn me into. Well, I've talked your ear off enough. I better get home. Bernard, are you sure you're feeling well enough to walk home? You're worrying me. Don't worry about me. They can take my rights, but they can't take my secession. Convoy 4 of June 25, 1942. Moses and Jacob are deported to Auschwitz. They do not survive. Roundup, July 16th, 1942. Convoy 13th of July 31st, 1942. Why do we have all of our things, Mama? Are we leaving? I think so, Samuel. Where are we going? I don't know, but I'll be sure to stay close, okay? Whatever happens, don't let go of my hand. Listen up, we're taking the women today and leaving the small children behind. Samuel. Bluma is deported to Auschwitz. She does not survive. Convoy 14 of August 3rd, 1942. Samuel is deported to Auschwitz. He did not survive. Around 77,000 Jews from France died in the concentration camps. If the Holocaust wouldn't have happened, Moses and Bluma would have grown old together. Bernard would have eventually found the one and had a family. Samuel would have become a children's author. Six million lives were lost, mothers that never got to become grandmothers, children that never got to grow up, families that are forever erased from history. To forget would not be only dangerous but offensive. To forget the dead would be akin to killing them a second time. That was The Light in the Darkness. I did not expect that to be how it was, but I thought it was really good. Alright, bye.